So, Origins 2023, and we are here with Wise Wizard Games, here with Rob, talking about Kapow Volume 2.
Yeah, so we have our new game, Kapow. We released Volume 1 earlier this year. We're releasing Volume 2 here at Origins, and it's going to be available in stores as well. Kapow is a super fun superhero versus supervillain battling dice game. It's got custom dice, and it's also got buildable dice that you can build up while you play. Two different volumes. You can play either one. They're both the same game with the same contents, but different characters, so different superheroes and different supervillains. Each one's a complete two-player game, but if you could get 2 sets, you can go up to 3 and 4 players as well.
Okay. And then we have some other games, Star Realms, you see Sorcery, Hero Realms.
Yeah, so we have a Wise Wizard Games. We make Star Realms, one of the most popular deck building games in the world. We have an app for it, which you can download for free and try out. And then, of course, we have the physical game for that. And we're running big tournaments here. This afternoon, we're going to have a Legend Series tournament where the winner of that event will become a card in the game. So we do those events at big conventions like Origins. We have a Legend Series tournament for our Hero Realms game tomorrow. And Hero Realms also has an amazing new digital app. And again, free to download and try out. You can play a ton for free, see if you like the game, and then if you like it, for a single purchase, $5 for Star Realms or $10 for Hero Realms, you basically can play unlimited play online, and it's cross-device, so you can start a game on your iPhone and continue it on your computer, or vice versa, or your Google device. So it's on the Google Play Store, Steam, and the Apple iOS Store. And you buy one account, and it's then you can upload that onto all your devices for free. So both Star Realms and Hero Realms apps are fantastic and well worth checking out.
Awesome. And then Star Realms, last year we were talking about the Kickstarter that was going up for the
Rise of Empire. Yes. Yeah, it is a phenomenal set. The Rise of Empire stuff, it's a legacy Star Realms experience. It's a prequel to the original Star Realms set, and it tells the story of the Star Empire rebelling from the Trade Federation. It's a legacy campaign, so you and a friend sit down and play a series of 12 games that tell the story of this civil war between the Star Empire and the Trade Federation, and you're upgrading cards and customizing the game as you play it. That's going to be coming out this fall. It's at the printer now, so we've submitted all the files to the printer, and we're in the process of getting the proofs for that. So we are super excited about Rise of Empire. It'll be coming so it should be available at your local retail store in the holiday season this year. So that's coming soon.
And will the refresh packs be available at retail?
Yeah, so there's an infinite replay kit for it, which basically, so when you're playing through the campaign, there's these stickers where you can permanently change ships, basically giving your Star Empire technology, your Trade Federation technology to the local governments around you, and you can permanently upgrade cards. But for those who don't like stickers, or if you want to be able to play through the campaign more than once, and believe me, you'll want to, because it's really cool and there's different options you can do. We have these infinite replay kits, which is every single card and sticker combination pre-printed on a card. So you can, if you have the infinite replay kit, instead of stickering the cards, you just look through the upgraded cards and pick the one with the proper upgrade you want to play, and that way you can reset your campaign as many times as you want. You never have to sticker a card if you don't want to use those stickers. So, and if you did sticker your set, the infinite replay kit has everything you need to reset the game and play through with those upgraded cards. So you can take your stickered set and set it aside, and then play with those as many times as you want. And yes, that'll be available coming out at the same time. The Infinite Replay Kit and the Star Realms Rise of Empire coming this fall to stores.
Awesome. Well, I think we're going to take a closer look at Kapow, so we'll be right back. Okay, so here's a closer look at Kapow. We have somebody here. Rob's going to be teaching the game too. So here's how it works.
So this is Kapow. It's superhero versus supervillain battle game. I'm going to show you what we call sidekick mode. This is a teaching game, and then I'll explain to you what the full game's like after that. Sure. So in sidekick mode, you're going to start with 20 health. So you'll score dial to track your health. And you're going to start with one die of each color. These are called trait dice. And then you're going to have one of these buildable dice with a wild icon on it. This is called an action die. And on a turn, our screens will be up, and we'll be rolling our dice simultaneously behind the screens. I'm just going to show you what a roll would look like, and then we can jump into actually playing. So let's say I rolled the dice here, and then my screen would be up, and I have this roll. And now to do stuff, all I have to do is fill out one of these rows. So this column is for attacking, this column is for defending. This area here will let you buy additional dice and additional faces to build up your die. So let's say, for example, I wanted to attack my opponent for 3 points. I could do this zap attack, and I need to do that, I need a fist, and then literally any die can do this. So for example, I could grab this blank die and throw it in there. So now I've got this, and I'm going to be attacking for 3 points of damage. I kind of like to build up my dice pool while I'm playing, so I want to buy another die. So what I can do, to buy a die, I can either buy one of these trait dice, or I can buy one of these buildable action dice with these two abilities. So I'm going to go ahead and buy one of these trait dice. So to do that, I need one of these X Factor symbols. Looks like a little radiation symbol. And now I need one of these arm symbols. I don't have one, but this lightning bolt is wild, so I can use it for literally anything. So I'm going to use that here. So I'm going to be gaining a trait die. Now I could increase my defense. So for example, I could defend myself for 2 points here, but I kind of want to make my attack bigger. So I'm gonna drop this fist here on this attack kicker. So in order to attack, I need to do a base attack, and you can only do one base attack, and then I can add as many kickers as I'm able to do. So I'm gonna add this one kicker here, and then I've got one die left. I could defend myself for 1 point, but instead what I want to do is I'm gonna throw this here, and I'm gonna buy one of these faces for my die. So I figured out all my stuff I want to do with my dice, and I asked my opponent, are you ready? They're ready. We both lift up our screens at the same time. And then I'm attacking here for 5 points. Let's say they were defending for 2. I have 5 attack, they have 2 defense, 5 minus 2, 3 points of damage. So they just knock their score down by 3 on their dial. If I can get them down to 0, I win. Then let's say they attacked me for 4. I didn't defend at all. I'm just going to take all 4 points of damage. I'm going to get knocked. My score is going to get knocked down to 16. But then we get to the power-up phase, and here I'm buying a trait die. Trait dice are the colorful ones, so I can pick any one I want. So I'm going to choose a red one. And I'm buying a non-wild face, so I'm buying one of these colorful faces, but I cannot get the wild lightning bolt because it says non-wild. I'm going to choose a yellow one, and then it just gets added on to my die. Just push it right in there, and so I've got my additional die I bought. I've added this. We're done with the power up. So so that turns over. I just scoop up my dice, put my screen back up, and then roll for my next turn and continue. So it's super easy. So the main thing, the only tricky things to remember are if you want to attack at all, you have to do a base attack. If you want to defend, you have to do a base defense. You can only do one of those. There's a little 1 there to remind you. And then you can add as many kickers as you want. And then later in the game, when we get lots of dice, we might be able to pull off one of these big attacks or big defenses. Those are called multipliers. You're allowed to do 1 multiplier, and a multiplier, what you do is you add up all your attacks. So let's say I did that attack for 3 plus 2, and let's say I managed to pull off this thing with I have 2 fists and 2 arms, and I have this stuff going as well. Then in that scenario, you add up the whole attack, add the plus 2, and then multiply the whole thing by 2, so it can get so those attacks can get really big. But you're only allowed to do 1 multiplier, and those are they have the little 1s on there to remind you can only do 1 of those. Yeah. So to do a thing, you just have to fill out everything on that thing. So for example, if I wanted to do this kicker here, a fist, an arm, and 2 dice with the same faces, so they could, for example, be 2 blanks. And so to do this thing, I need to fill in all 4 of those. So that's the quick overview. Let's go ahead and jump into play, and if you have any questions, obviously. Sure. All right. And the screens also have these all kinds of reference information. So, all right. Throw those up. So you should have 1 die of every color and 1 of the action dice. Go ahead and roll those. All right. Ready to go? Okay. All right. So one minor thing here I didn't go over, but we can just swap this over here. So basically, this one says non-blank action die. That's the big one. So this one's fine, but it has to be another non-blank action die. So some of the most powerful effects in the game require action dice to do, but no problem. You can do this 4-point attack here. So the action dice, they start out weaker because they've got all these blank sides, but later in the game, one, you'll be able to customize them, and two, there's these really powerful things that specifically require action dice. So we'll just slide that up, that one up to there, and you are good to go. All right, so okay, so we'll say I started out with the first player marker here. I've got 3 attack. You've got 1 defense, so you're going to take 2 points of damage. Okay, now you're smashing me for 4. I've got 2 defense, so I am also going to end up taking 2 points of damage. I'm down to 18. Now, with my defense, I did this block, which, in addition to giving me the 2 defense, gives me a non-wild face, so I can pick one of these. I'm going to pick one of these blue faces and grab that. Okay, and now whichever player has the higher defense, they will hang on to the first player marker. And now we go on to the power-up phase. I am buying 3 non-wild faces with a synthesis ability. I needed 2 dice with the same result, and I had 2 blanks. So I'm actually gonna get a bunch of these blue ones here. So I've got those. Now you got some awesomeness here. You're getting a trait die, so you can pick any one you want. Notably, the red ones don't have any blanks on them, so they are kind of cool. But the blue ones will help you buy more stuff. So yeah. And if you want to see what faces they have on them, we got a little cheat sheet here on the back of the screen. So basically, yeah, the blue one's good for getting more dice and stuff, so that's a cool one. And you're also getting a non-wild face of your choice. So you can't get a lightning bolt in any other color you can get. Great. And then exactly, we go ahead and add to our dice. Now, a couple other things I'll tell you about now. There's this immediate effect area. When we roll our dice, we'll have our screens up. And if you choose to do an immediate effect, so for example, let's say you rolled a bunch of blanks here, and you're like, oh man, I really want to get one of these X factors. You could put a die onto this while the screen's still up, and you tell me I'm doing a quick jump, and then you can pick up any one of your dice and re-roll it. And then, like, if you wanted to re-roll again, you can pick another die and put it down. But the die that you're putting here, you can't re-roll those, obviously, because you spent them. And then, same thing with this healing. If you just choose to heal, you put those dice. You'll put those dice there while your screen's up, and you'll tell me I'm doing a quick breath, and add to your score immediately. You can't heal above your starting. So the immediate ones you can do while the screen's up, and you tell your opponent you're doing it. And then the other tricky ones are the after power-up effects. So there's Sucker Punch. That's a cool one. That one deals 3 damage to your opponent for each die they bought. So let's say I buy 2 dice next turn. I grow and power on. That would do 6 damage to me. But maybe I don't buy any dice at all, and it does nothing. Same thing with Face Off. That does 1 damage per face that they gain during power up. It doesn't affect the ones you gain on defense, but it does the ones during power up. And then if you ever find yourself behind on dice, Adapt is really nice. You can use any 2 dice for it, and if your opponent has more dice than you at the end of the turn, your opponent gets to choose one of the available dice and give that from the pool and give that to you. So it's a nice little catch up, so you're sure you can buy something even if you don't have a good roll for it. All right, awesome. So screen's up, and you've got your additional die. And roll one.
All right. Me and my candy face.